title you as a dad. How old's your son?
He's 11.
He's 11 and he plays on Clark County Youth Football.
Yeah, he's in the tackle football league. They have flag, they have flex, and they have tackle. He's in the tackle.
How long has he been with Clark County Youth Football?
This is his third year with them. He's done flag football and flex football. This is his first year with tackle.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about some of the news you got recently.
So the night before our first game, we got a phone call from one of the assistant coaches telling us that our head coach would no longer be the head coach, and basically told us there was a background check issue. And then we told us we can kind of Google his name. We can Google his name and it'll pop up. It's pretty public. And so then after we got off the phone, my wife and I Googled his name, and the first thing that pops up.
You're good.
The first thing that pops up is a article about him being a registered sex offender, likely to repeat again. From there, we became very frustrated. After we started doing more research, we saw some other things, and then we emailed the commissioner for the team. We expected to get a response back from them, and we didn't get a response back that night. And we went to the game the next morning, hoping to get another response, hoping that the league president would be there and would talk to us. And when we got there, he didn't say anything to us. Our assistant coaches went over and talked to the league president, and then came back to us and basically told us that the president had known that there was something going on, that he had reported that something might pop up, but they had made the decision to allow him to coach anyway.
And who was the head coach for?
Joshua Warser.
Interaction did he have with your son and your son's team? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, so there's been a couple of things they've done get-togethers where they're hanging out outside of there, but there's been parents there. I don't know if he's had any one-on-one contact with anybody, but they've done like a lot of the practices. He's at most all the practices, and then we had the jamboree, we had the game, and he was the head coach for a month of the season. You know, the season started early August, and we're in the middle of September right now.
So he's
as far as I know this year, you know, because I don't know anything about what he did in the past, just what's gone on with this season.
So there's little subsets of teams, because he was the head coach for your son's team.
Yes, for my son's team. There's multiple teams for multiple age groups, and you know, there's 2 evergreen teams. There's a Hudson's Bay team, or it's called the Eagles, and then there's a Falcons team, and there's also teams in Washougal and other areas. So it's a pretty big.
Take me back to the moment that you found out the allegations of the head coach. What went through your mind as a dad?
Oh, I was frustrated. I was angry, you know, and I wanted to say and do other things, but we decided to wait until the game in the morning. And then once we got the response, the league never talked to us. The president never talked to us. He talked to our assistant coaches who came back to us. And, you know, basically telling us that The president thought that he could trust Josh to coach our kids because he thought he could trust him to coach his grandkids. And to me, that wasn't a good response. And so at that point, you know, we kind of wanted to get into it with the league right then and there, but decided against it because there's a bunch of kids there. And so when we left the game, I was sitting in my car and I was just thinking as I'm driving home, how many other coaches are there like this? You know, how many coaches are out there without background checks or whatever's going on, you know? And so as soon as I got home, I made a video letting everybody know what we had done.
Football did their due diligence when hiring coaches?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. So I've been coaching in this area for about 15 years, and I coach with USA Wrestling, and I coach in the school system too. But every time we do it, we do background checks. Every year for USA Wrestling, we do a background check. You have to do safety training and everything before you can even step on the field. You know, so the biggest concern was that this guy was on the field without having a proper background check done. And I questioned whether the training was done anyway because I had other issues that I had reported him for as well.
Now, knowing what you know now, does it give you hesitancy as you continue with the rest of the season?
I'm very frustrated. I don't know what's going to happen with the team. I'm not sure what we're doing, but yeah, I'm definitely hesitant. I know that a lot of coaches that are in the league are demanding that they get copies of everybody's background checks, like time-stamped copies of background checks. I don't know what they've been given or haven't been given yet, but I know that the coaches themselves are trying to take it upon themselves to say like, hey, we're good. You know, we want you to see that we're good. We want to see every coach's background check to make sure. So I don't know if the coaches have gotten that yet. Last I had heard, they hadn't. But I don't know where they're at this moment.
Coach by his name necessarily. You guys called him another name. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we didn't know him by his first or last name. He went by Rooster. So on our app, there's an app called Band. It's a communication app where people, parents are all on there and everybody can talk. His name was listed as Josh/Rooster. So we didn't have a first and a last name. I had never talked to him really in person much at all, enough to know anything really about him. And I just assumed that being a coach myself and having gone through all these background checks and having to do all these trainings before you can even step on I do wrestling on the wrestling mat. I assumed it would be the same thing with football, you know, and unfortunately in this situation, it wasn't.
I saw on the Facebook post, a lot of people were upset that it was just a Facebook post and nothing more. Do you feel like they could have done a little bit more in letting parents know?
I think that they could have done a lot more. I think that from the very beginning, when you have a sex offender apply, that should be an automatic red flag. You know, they should not be allowed to be on there at all. I don't think that any justification is really needed. You know, if the guy tells you, hey, something might pop up, I think that should be an automatic, you know what, we're going to pass on it. You know, and that probably would have been the best thing to do in the beginning. And then to not communicate with any of us. I still haven't received an email from them. I still haven't received anything from them. They have their Facebook post that they put out that was kind of a really dumbed down version of what happened. You know, it didn't contain all the facts. So. He had 2 children in the league, but the biggest thing is like with the kids, I've heard rumors that people are threatening his family, threatening his kids. I don't want anybody to be doing that. That needs to stop. Like, that's the biggest thing right now that concerns me, is the safety of his family and his kids. I don't want anybody saying anything to them. So if anybody's out there doing it, please stop. No threats. Don't call him. Don't email him. Don't text him. Don't jump on his Facebook page, and don't make any threats of violence. Like, that's not us. We don't be better by being worse. So, I mean, that's really it.
Does your son know what's going on?
We've tried to keep everything from him. I'm sure he may have heard little bits and pieces there. He's 11 years old and kind of tries to eavesdrop, but we've been trying to keep him away from it. And the message we've been trying to tell him is just, you know, you focus on football and have fun. You do your practice, you do your games, and you have fun, and let me deal with the rest.
Yeah, because how do you even begin to address that as a parent to an 11-year-old?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know the proper way to tell him.
Can I ask you about the Facebook post? Now, weren't you, didn't they take something down or stop the...
Well, my initial post on Facebook, they had taken down.
They were moving...
On your personal Facebook page?
No, so before I had even posted anything on my personal page, I had posted on because my original goal was just to let parents know. So I posted on the CCYF page to let them know, you know, and then that was deleted, and my post came.
I can
and
see
more
like just how like even just like tense and frustrated you are even now, even just that last question talking about your son. Like, what is going through your mind right now, like as we talk about this, like not even just as a parent, but like as a person who probably also feels violated as well?
I'm disgusted. I mean, like, I haven't slept much the last couple of days. I've been very, very stressed out, and honestly, like, I'm pissed. I coach kids, you know, and that's one of my biggest things is like I've been a couple times in my life, like I've been in issues where there's been confrontation, but it's like every time I'm doing it, I'm doing what I think is right for the kids, and I'm always trying to stick up for the kids. Like, I think that that's the most important thing. And so in this situation here, yeah, we failed. There's been a lot of stuff that's gone on in this community, you know, between coaches in this community, teachers, and, you know, now like this person's in front of my kid for a month. Yeah. So I'm pretty mad.
I feel violated too. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate you. It's really good talking to us.
Yep. Oh yeah, I can't believe that happened.
No, it made my eyes start tearing up. Just I could see the raw emotion on your face. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. You are so well spoken.
Oh, thank you.
It's not just on Instagram. It's also here in person too. So you were very well spoken across all platforms.
Thank you.
So
I'm sorry.